good evening. Good evening, everyone. Please, if you are here, kindly say hi on the comment section. Good evening, everyone. Say hi in the comment section so that I will know how many people are active. Can you just say I am active? Say I am active in the comment section. I, I in the comment section. Say hi in the comment section. Say hi in the comment section. I have very short period to be online this evening. Within the space of 30 minutes, we will be done for this training. Say hi in the comment section. Say hi. If you are hearing me loud and clear, say loud and clear. Loud and clear so that I will be able to know if I need to work on the audio. Say I loud and clear. Say I loud and clear. I loud and clear. Let me know in the comment section. Say hi loud and clear. How many people are active? Say hi in the comment section. Loud and clear. So, without wasting our time, my name is still Adeoti Olatunde Michael. I'm the founder of Edu Interacts, Omega Bio-Nexus, and Omega um, Bio-Edutainment. It's been a very long time that we actually come online, and it's not because of anything, but because of other engagement. Without wasting our time, this is another opportunity for us to be able to learn again. And this time around, I am coming online for the final year students that are still battling with their writing final year projects. So, and that is why I have just titled this presentation as Thesis Development Enhanced by ChatGPT and Cutting Edge Research Platform. Invariably, how can we make use of ChatGPT to write as a generative AI to write, and also how can we actually ethically check the way it is going to improve our generation, is going to improve our um, write up. So that is what we are going to do, and we are going to see today. Don't forget, this is going to be a 3 or 4 days challenge. I am going to come online for the same time, the same period, and at the end of this training or this webinar, I want to believe that everybody, you should be able to pick up your own topic, pick up your topic and use ChatGPT to generate it. And by the time you use it, you will now use another software, which is Grammarly, to be able to write high quality thesis, be able to subject it to plagiarism, check whether the grammar, the use of tenses, and so that you'll be able to present high quality write up. So let's just begin. Just like I said, it's not going to be a long time. It's not going to be a long time presentation, but I am going to make sure that we effectively treat this step by step, so that at the end of the training you should be able to write for yourself and write for your colleagues a high quality thesis and high quality essay, seminar, and what have you. So let us begin. So just like I said, this is coming live to us by uh, courtesy of our new, or let me just call it the newest Edu Interact AI. So we have been hearing about this for a very long time now, and we will be able to talk about it later. So let's go straight to the training. This online course is actually designed, just like I said, for final year students to be able to leverage on the power of generative AI. What do we mean by generative AI? We are going to see it in the course of this training, but whatever, we are going to know that ChatGPT is an example of generative AI. So, in conjunction with Grammarly, that is another software that is AI-based software that you can use to correct your tenses, you can use to correct your grammar, you can even make it useful to check the level of plagiarism. Don't forget that plagiarism, for some of us, we might be coming across that word for the first time. Plagiarism is an act of copying another person's work without proper referencing. So this is quite different from copy and paste. We just go online, we just go and copy from another person's work, we paste it and we turn it to be our own. That is plagiarism. So we are going to see that as we go on. So this course will cover all the key aspects of thesis writing or project writing. So from initial brainstorming, how do you get how can you get uh projects, how can you get very good topic selection, which includes the drafting, how can you edit, and how can you also complete your thesis. So this topic is going to address that. So, and each of these module, it is designed into module by module. Each of these module is going to focus on one on one item or one key event in research, in thesis writing. It's not just copy and paste. Don't forget now that this time around we are actually talking about NED. We are talking about NED, whereby you subject your write up, you will submit it there in the national database, and at the end of the day, if your work is not original, it is not original, so it is going to be there and it's going to be rejected. So this kind of training is coming at this crucial moment, this crucial time, that originality, we cannot just do without being original. And this is the dispensation of AI. There are different types of writing assistants, AI, generative AI, that we will use it to do our thesis, even if we do we generate our own data by ourselves through wet lab. So, but how can we put all this together? And that is how why this type of training is actually very, very important for us. So each module will be customized to ensure a practical, it's going to be more practical, it's going to be a step-to-step approach. So, and we are going to emphasize on the use of AI tools. Do not be deceive. This is we cannot just we cannot just do without AI this time around. This is the dispensation. So a time is coming where AI will just take over everything. And but don't forget that if you still want to be relevant, that means you must be able to effectively use AI effectively to generate. So by the time you are even writing effectively, so you can see that instead of us waiting uh, to the traditional, so we are going to see compare this dispensation. We are going to compare it with the dispensation, with the traditional dispensation at the end of the day. So step by step approach with emphasis on AI tools which is going to be used effectively while continuing our discipline and professional standard. So even if we are going to make use of generative AI, we are going to make use of AI to write our thesis, to write our seminar, to write our essay. We must do it within certain academic discipline. With it must be ethical, it must be professional, it must be of good quality, and it must be of standard. So that is the reason why mastering thesis writing with generative AI this time around, Edu Interact AI is taking it within its own framework for the use of ChatGPT and Grammarly to be able to. So after you must have used ChatGPT to generate a lot of your thesis, so we are going to now subject it to another AI that is going to humanize it. Is going to make it to use like human. So in fact, time this is the time that you can actually refine your prompts to be able to write like you. To write like you. Everything you do, you can make use of ChatGPT or other generative AI to write exactly like you. After doing that, you'll be able to even subject it to Grammarly that we so go to write, to refine, and you'll be able to submit a well composed, well written thesis. So that is that. So the introduction, academic writing revolution has already begun. So it has. This is not the time whereby you just go and sit somewhere, go and sit in the physical laboratory. I mean library, get all the books, all the literature, and you'll be able to read from morning till night, read another one, read another one, read another one, before you be able to conceptualize it, be able to put it together, do this, do that. Time is already uh, gone. This is the time for academic writing, which has revolutionized. So final year students across. So this kind of training is not only meant for only science students. It is actually meant for students across all disciplines. So this is now going to be an opportunity for other set of discipline to also move along. So that is the reason why this material is still going to be available later after this, because and that's the reason why it is customized in this format. It's going to be available on the online store so that people that want to get it, you can easily refer back to it and be able to get it and have this, read it. So the thesis seem to be overwhelming. So the thesis, writing thesis up to 40,000 words, 50,000 words, 80,000 words without any writing assistance nowadays is going to be too impossible. It's going to be too difficult, and it's going to be so. That's the reason why that it is not simply a document. A thesis is not just a document. A thesis is a test of intellectual maturity. It is a test of research competence. It is a test of academic writing skills, critical thinking, and you'll be able to have time management and scholarly integrity. So for many, thesis represents the single most demanding academic task of their undergraduate or postgraduate journey. So you can see even ever before AI writing, we have seen a situation whereby we give our project, we give our thesis out to, we contract it out, and people will start charging 50,000 90,000. I've seen people that they use human scale and they pay as much as 200,000, 250,000 for writing only their thesis. So this is the time to move out of there and be able to do it by yourself. Don't forget the objective of this. The objective of this is that everybody, every one of you listening to me should be able to stay at the four corner of your room, write your complete thesis, and you'll be able to also use generative AI, that is Grammarly, to be able to uh, fine tune it into acceptable standard. So, and now a new variable has entered the equation. So gone were those days that we have to battle with time, we have to battle with human skill that is not even too perfect. This is the time we make use of artificial intelligence, machine learning to be able to write our thesis. So artificial intelligence, tools like ChatGPT have fundamentally changed how writing, research assistant, and idea structuring can be approached. It is not only ChatGPT that we can use some other tools, generative tools, AI tools to be able to write. So, but we are going to focus only on two: ChatGPT as our writing assistant and Grammarly as what is going to improve. Both of them are both ChatGPT and Grammarly are generative AI. So you can actually give it a prompt uh, depending on the prompt. If you tell ChatGPT write 50 sentence on, so it's going to do it for you. So, okay, so we are going to see it and we are going to see the practical application of all this as we go on. So writing assistant like Grammarly have improved the capacity to polish and professionalize your academic work. So one thing is be able to write. There are twofold. There are two aspects into this. Number one is you will use a ChatGPT to write your thesis, to generate your thesis as much as you want it to generate for you. And another thing is that you'll be able to use a writing assistant like Grammarly to be able to improve the quality, professionalize it, and polish it. So, yet a serious problem remains. Many students either misuse AI or fear it in the entirety. So there are some that up to today they use ChatGPT like water. They use ChatGPT for almost everything in their own life. That is a kind of misuse. And there are some that are still very afraid of using it. Some over rely on AI, compromising originality. So they over rely on it. They depend solely on it for everything they want to do. So this will go on so that what we have to do, we have to. So others avoid it and struggle unnecessarily. There are some that up to today they still believe that they cannot use ChatGPT to write their thesis. So others avoid it. So very few are taught on how to use AI ethically, strategically, and intelligently. So any AI that you want to use as your writing assistant, it must be ethical, it must be strategic, and it must be done intelligently. So this training or this book is was written to solve that gap. What this book will do for you, this book will deliver you with a structured, ethical, and academically sound system. So for using ChatGPT to to generate structured drafts, refining arguments logically, building a strong thesis, organizing them, the chapters coherently, improving clarity, and so on. So that is what we are going to do. So don't think that AI is another shortcut or this training is another shortcut. It is not a shortcut. It is strategic. It is strategic acceleration with integrity. So as soon as we are moving on with us in this training, that is using the platform of Edu Interact AI, uh, you are going to enjoy the academic writing. So number one, AI is a cognitive amplifier, a structuring assistant, a drafting partner, a refinement tool. That is what you need AI for. Gone were those days that you need to hire PA, that you need to hire secretary that is going to do your work for you. This is the time that when you know how to make use of AI, it's going to structure your writing, it's going to organize it, it's going to draft it for you, it's going to refine it for you. So AI is not a replacement for your thinking. So it doesn't actually mean that even if you use AI to generate your thesis, you still need to think. It does not come to replace your own thinking, and it is not a substitute for research. The fact that you know how to make use of AI does not in any way does not or will not in any way be a total replacement for research. Then it is also not an excuse for plagiarism. The fact that you are using AI to to write your thesis, that is another reason for you to be able to also subject it to check. You subject it to check, you do critical checking by yourself, also do critical checking by making use of another tool, and that is Grammarly. So then it is not a shortcut to avoid intellectual effort. No, it's not a shortcut. It's not a shortcut. It's going to so that is why this book or this training will teach us how to lead the AI, not be led by it. It's not that you will tell AI to be in the front while you follow. You are going to be the one that is going to be in front, then AI, you will follow it. So this book is structured. So according to um, Edu Interact, so what do we mean by thesis? So Edu Interact actually define thesis for us using an AI model by one, the T in thesis is representing topic clarification. The first thing is that even if you are going to make use of ChatGPT or any generative AI to write your thesis, the topic must you must clarify the topic. The topic must be well refined. The topic must be able to actually give you to direct AI in where it's supposed to go. So it is you that is still going to be the center stage. You are the one that is going to take the center stage and direct AI to be to where it has to go. So that is what we are saying, that you should not be led by AI. You must be the one that is going to lead the AI. So starting from your topic, T is representing topic clarification. The H in thesis is representing hypothesis and research framing. The first is T, which is topic clarification. The next one is hypothesis and research framing. Then the next one is evidence organization. Have you gathered enough evidence? Have you gathered enough case studies? We are going to see all this. Then systemic, it also involves systemic drafting. It also involves integrity and improvement. Integrity and improvement. And finally, there must be submission optimization. So under normal circumstance, you should be able to make use of ChatGPT in particular as a generative AI um for that. Okay, so submission optimization, so that you'll be able to work within specific time. So if you are given any deadline, you actually need, and don't forget that I've already given you deadline for submission of this. So each section of this presentation is going to build us progressively, guiding you from idea. Each section of your thesis should be built progressively. One should be leading to another one. Another one should be leading to another one until you get to the final selection, submission, which is the final stage. So part one of this, which is the module one of this, is understanding generative AI. What do you understand by generative AI? I've been mentioning generative AI, generative AI, generative AI. What do you mean by that? So Uh, and how does it actually work? So before using AI strategically, you must be able to comprehend its function. So if you are not choosing ChatGPT, if you are choosing another one like Perplexity, you are choosing another one like other generative AI, you must be so sure that the AI you are choosing should be able to do your work for you, to write effectively for you. It is not that you must rely 100% on ChatGPT. There are other generative AI that you can use. So generative AI system like ChatGPT are trained on massive language datasets and learn pattern in sentence syntax, argument progression, scholarly style, and this. So when you provide a prompt, so one thing we will also learn is prompting, prompt engineering, prompting. The quality of your work, the quality of the output by any generative AI will actually depend on the quality of the prompts provided. So the AI predict the most appropriate continuation based on the learned pattern. That means the quality of outputs depend on the quality of the input. Just like I said, that is the clarity of your request determines how the coherence of the result. So you need to specify, you need to improve the academic relevance for that. So the next question is, why do students misuse ChatGPT? People use ChatGPT for almost everything. For almost everything. There are some times that even if they want to they want to um, they want to hit, they will have to consult ChatGPT. Whereas ChatGPT is just a generative AI. So why do students misuse it? Number one, it's just because it is just copy and paste dependent. Because these students, they just go and copy another person's work, and that is what they depend on. So they do. Then another one is a fake prompting, just like I told you that the quality, the output, the quality of your output will depend on the quality of the input, and that is prompting. So failure to edit and refine. There are some people that everything that they get from ChatGPT, everything they get from AI, generative AI, they will just go and drop it like that without refining it, without editing it. We are going to see it as we go on because when we get to the practical section or hands-on section, we are going to see sometimes why and how generative AI or any AI should not be 100% relied upon. So academic writing require depth. It depends your in-depth understanding of the topic. You have to conceptualize it. It has to be precise. So ChatGPT generates structured language, but you provide. So ChatGPT has the language. ChatGPT knows the language, but you are the one that will guide it. You are the one that will provide it with intellectual direction. You are the one that will feed it with data. You will not tell ChatGPT to just generate data for you. ChatGPT can generate it for you, but the data might not. That is the reason why analysis of your result is still machine dependent. It's no longer AI dependent. Because this is a science. You cannot rely on that. If you want to compare your work with some work, uh, you can get a kind of simulated data from ChatGPT. Then the situational comprehension, you are the one that will make ChatGPT to understand your work. The more you stay on ChatGPT, the more you understand ChatGPT, and the more ChatGPT also understand you. So don't say that oh, you already have the topic, you are just waiting anytime endlessly that you are going to use AI to generate it. No. So the correct way to see ChatGPT or any other generative AI is, instead of asking, write my thesis. You should not ask it to write your thesis for you. You should ask, help me organize my literature review on so topic with key thematic division and research direction. So you can see now, look at this very simple prompt now. This is a prompt. Help me organize my literature review on this topic. You just where you have your X here, just put your what? Your topic there. So then you will now with thematic division and others. So let's see whether we can use this type of prompts. Let's see, ChatGPT. Okay, so let's try and copy what we have here. Okay, this is um, this is a prompt. This is a prompt. Copy. So let's try and copy it here. Okay, so paste it in ChatGPT after you must have this. So let's say the topic is on X. The topic is on the topic um, that is isolation and characterization of bacteria isolated from polluted water, Shaki. Okay, so let's see. So let's go on. So I want you to, this is a practical section. This is a practical. I want you to do it. Just go to ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT, open ChatGPT, then put this topic there, this prompt. Help me organize my literature review on X topic. Just put any topic that you know. You can put your topic, insert your topic there with key thematic division and research direction. So I want you to submit this for me when you get in the uh, WhatsApp platform. So use this prompt to do that. So the difference is significant. AI perform best when you guide it. It perform best when you do what? When you guide it. Then so AI perform best when you guide it, when you specify the expectation, when you refine the output iteratively. So when you specify that output iteratively. So before we go to chapter 2, let us see the practical section. So don't forget that I just prompted ChatGPT. Okay, I just prompted ChatGPT um, to help me organize my literature review on isolation and practical characterization of bacteria isolated from polluted water in Shaki. That is that prompt. Let's see what is going to generate for us. Let's see what is going to generate for us. So don't forget that this is just the beginning of our training of this workshop. So the the prompt might look, let's see the prompt, what is going to bring for us. Okay, yeah, you can see what ChatGPT is already telling us. Suggested literature review structure. introduction. Under that, you will talk about background on water pollution globally and in particular in Nigeria. That's what you will do on under introduction. You will discuss the importance of studying bacteria in polluted water. You will talk about the brief overview of Shaki, that is the geography of Shaki. You will talk about geography, you talk about the water resources, sources in Shaki, and the pollution issues in Shaki. Then the objective of the review. Why do you focus on isolation and characterization? So the aim is to set the context and justify the study area and its ecological center. So you can see this is going to be the second section. It's going to be overview of pollution in Shaki, sources and types of pollution, industrial discharge, this and that and that and that. And then you can see uh, how much how much of this literature can um, ChatGPT give to us. Now, let me now say that given the above context, I want you to write a 3 paragraph cited with relevance relevance literature literature on the topic. So, 3 paragraphs of about 500 words. So now, you can see some of my texts are printed in red. That is the work of Grammarly. So because Grammarly is already installed in this system, it is going to help you to correct all your tenses. You can see. So you can see now all your mistake is going to correct it. So even if you are feeding ChatGPT with any, so we are going to see this as we go on. Don't forget that today is just for the introduction. So you can see I've already told ChatGPT, I restricted ChatGPT to 3 paragraphs, only 3 paragraphs. Then apart from that, you can see these are the directions. Given the above context is still on the topic we are talking about, and that is isolation and characterization of bacteria from polluted water in Shaki. So I now said, I want you to write 3 paragraphs. If you count, this is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and paragraph 3. Not only that, it has also subsectionalized it. You can see this section, the first paragraph is talking about pollution in Shaki water bodies, which is a growing concern. You can see water pollution in urbanized region like Shaki, located in Oyo State, has become a major and public issues. You can see it has already cited what? The references. I said it should also cited with relevant literature on the topic. So you can see this literature. So the second paragraph is on isolation techniques from traditional methods to advanced approach. The isolation and characterization of from polluted discs are essential for understanding this and this. Traditionally, microbiological methods such as serial dilution and spread plating on selective dis. So all these are traditional methods. So this was already talking about that. Then the third The third paragraph is on bacterial characterization and public health implication of it. So it has generated it. So you can see now that why you should point to the direction, you should lead, you should specify what you want ChatGPT to do for you. So what we are saying in essence and what must be established before you go for today is that number one, AI cannot replace you. You are the one that we AI is a tool. We call it a tool. A tool will only help you to be able, it's going to ease your work, it's going to reduce the tension, it's going to reduce the friction, it's going to help you to perform any task without much hassle. It's not that the AI will now drive. The AI will now be the one that will no, 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 no. You need a tool for you to be able to work and be able to perform effectively. So you should let that sink into you. You have to lead AI. AI should not lead you. You have to specify direction. You have to direct AI. You have to tell AI where AI should go. You have to give it a restriction. You have to give it a boundary. AI has the language. It has the language. It has the command. It has, if you are in science, it has the command of science. If you are in non-science, it has the command. Wherever, whichever discipline you could be, AI has the good command, good understanding of almost everything. But you have to give AI, you have to give it a kind of direction. So then, as a matter of, as what you should also take home today is that number one, your thesis writing must be intellectually balanced, it must be standard, it must be ethical, it must be with integrity, it must be with hypothesis and research, it must be well organized. Then you are to also make sure that you balance it up with the time frame. If you are to if the deadline is the next 15 days, you have to submit your final copy with generative AI like ChatGPT. You should do that task within that time framework. Then apart from that, poor prompting will give you poor ChatGPT will also give you poor result as well. So the quality of your prompts, the quality of your output will depend on the quality of the prompt you are giving, that is the input you are giving that. Then again, you should stop with copy and pasting. Just go and copy something from here and go and dump it on your disk. No, that is what is called plagiarism. That's what we call plagiarism. And don't forget that this kind of training, you also need it so that very, very soon you are going to go for your NYC. And some of you will go for your national assignment, and all your thesis now is going to be in the national data bank that anybody, anywhere can have any at any point in time can have access to it. And that is the reason why you must make sure that whatever you are going to submit in your name and the name of your supervisor, it must be worthwhile. It must be with integrity. It must be ethical. It must be intelligent. It must be original. Nothing. It must be professional. It must be well refined. It must be well polished. So what we are going to do, just like I said, the first aspect, which has to do with generating your thesis, you are the one that is going to do it with the use of ChatGPT. And I want you to go home today, go and test some prompting. Try to make sure that you give a kind of input to ChatGPT about your what? About your topic that you are going to write on. So ChatGPT is going to help you to do it, and you have to refine, look up, check again for clarity, for understanding. It must be well structured so that at the end of the day, at the end of this training, you will be the one that will generate in seamless manner will generate your thesis for you. Then you now employ the use of Grammarly to be able to check for the academic integrity, be able to check for the research integrity, feed it well with data. Don't forget that don't ever tell ChatGPT write my thesis for me. No, what you get at the end of the day is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be something that is going to be worthwhile. It's something that is going to be like you are not giving it the right direction. So at the end of the day, you also need a kind of another AI that will help you to be able to cross check what you have done. So that's when you are writing, when you are generating with your AI, is just like students. So the other AI, that is a Grammarly, is just like your supervisor. That one is performing the role of your supervisor. Under normal circumstance, ChatGPT, consider ChatGPT to be yourself. Everything you can do, everything you want, tell ChatGPT to do it for you. You have to guide, you have to prompt it well, you have to give it direction, you have to give it instruction. Okay, but the other aspect which has to do with Grammarly, that is the role of your supervisor, and that's the reason why everything you must have written, everything you must have generated, you are still going to subject it to check, refinement. You are going to edit it. You are going to see the suitability of it in the academic world. So that is one thing that you need to do, and that's the reason why today what we have done so far is just for a kind of a starter. So the next time we come here, we are going to start from chapter 2, which is going to be from tomorrow. So once again, I want to really appreciate your listening attention. I want you to start. Don't wait until maybe it is late. Don't wait until that. So one thing I'm going to I want you to do is go home today, go and refresh on what I've said so far. Go and refresh on it and make sure that tomorrow you have revised it. You have assignment already done by yourself or by yourself on your own work. Do it. I've given you an example of one prompt, although it is still not a well structured prompt. So do it. Then we'll come here tomorrow, come and see how you have done it. Once again, my name remains Adeoti Olatunde Michael. I am your digital trainer today. I want to meet you in the next video, which is going to be tomorrow. Don't forget, this is